after 10th of December. It is null and void. So if you are interested, please send in your essay. At least you should be able to write 2 pages. Why you think you deserve this scholarship. So that's for you. Then there will be a second stage. The second stage will be an interview. You have a talk. You want to be sure that if you take up this scholarship, it won't be a waste, that you really will do well. And then there will be a third stage. The sponsor will now select, if there's so many people, the sponsor will now select a couple of people to, take it up. Now, for you to be eligible, you must be under 30. You must be a graduate. You must be physically and medically fit. And you must be able to speak English language. Any questions? Anything you want me to repeat? Email address sponsorandaviator@gmail.com. Sponsor, SPONSOR, and AN, aviator, AVATOR. Sponsor and aviator, and they are all together. They shouldn't be separate. Okay. Olumide, over to you, just quickly. Thank you. 2 minutes. Mba. Come. I'm not coming. I will modulate your voice for you. Yeah, I won't let you go.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Olumide Owayo. I was the first national president of the Cabin Crew Association. I joined the industry in 1993. I just came in there and I must look at promoting synergies among the cabin crew. I was here 2 years ago? No, not yet. It was last year. And here we are again, seeing the burgeoning profession, seeing its growth and the quality of personnel. When we came in, there was bringing people from the bar, restaurants. Those they met while having their drink at the beer parlor. And it was a struggle mixing between those who were educated and those who did not have the education but had the connection. And then there was no license. So all you have to do is with your girlfriend, somebody met at the bar who serves you the soup, and just sew the uniform and get on board. And that brought a lot of disrespect for the profession. A lot of disrespect. For those who are you're lucky. In those days, the captain was God. You can have an opinion. You can be independent. Immediately you're gone. You're sacked. You can't even talk. And that was when they say you just tea and coffee. But also one thing I was saying about the profession. And then the struggle started. Holding meetings. The most important thing was to get the license, to get cabin crew to the license, rather than the individual certifications from different airlines. So that's the push for NCA to recognize the profession and certify the cabin crew, and that is what you are all enjoying today. And after that certification, the salaries began to move upward. But you see, I'm not going to start talking about courses and professions today, because I expect all that to be done by the organizations, Mama Janada. What I would really want to see is how you guys can come together and improve and defend your profession and young members. And that's why I asked you to look at the probability of starting over the National Cabin Crew Association all over again. It's a professional body. As of when I was there, we had created conferences, we are always invited, we granted interviews on TVs, and when there was an opinion of the industry, we are called upon to say what is the position of the cabin crew. That is presently lost. All I see is different training school coming up, turning out cabin crew, and not seeing what happens to this cabin crew they're turning out. There's so many cabin crew in the market, and actually the airlines are not there. And the airlines that are there, they are retaining those that they have, or bringing back those they've asked to go. So I think we should look at that trade. For the private trade, I think we should look at that. I think we should put the calls and see how we can absorb those in the market, those who are in the market, and put them there. Well, those who are already there, King of Cabin Crew, I expect you guys to start that National Cabin Crew. It's not a union, it's a professional body. Use that to push, use that to fight. I remember there was a lady that went for training in CAT, and she tested positive. Remember that story? Tested positive to HIV, and what HIV, right? HIV, and they just callously withdrew the license and other things and said she was not going to fly again. He was the president then. He had to call me from the trenches to come out. And we came out. Dr. Demoni went for me thereafter. He was very upset. There was nothing to do. Then my wife had an application with NCA as one of the inspectors. She had passed the interview. It was for the DG to sign, and immediately saw my name. That name was dropped. But to God be the glory. She's in Abuja today. We know the NGOs. And Dr. Demoni today is my very good friend. I invite him to all programs, and he even calls me to help me some. The last civil aviation bill amendment, he called me. We sat in his office for 2 weeks, from 7 to 5 p.m. every day, working every night. But again, let me congratulate those of you who have started this profession. You can get to the top of it, and you can also move beyond the cabin. So many opportunities. It's a very good way to get into the industry. There are opportunities outside the cabin, so you can all move towards it. Today we've had the deputy speaker of our assembly was here. One of our bosses is running for the Senate next year's election. One of us is running in Adamawa State, a female is running for the House of Rep, Adamawa South. So, and I think one of us came back from the US to run a foundation in Ibadan. So, there's so many things, and some of us today in Israel, most of them making some of those largest moves now, and we are one cabin crew, including your wife, you know him now, Bukar. So, the expenses in the industry, just get focused. Do not think beyond the tea and coffee that they thought was our prerogative. To the now more laudable aviation safety, comfort, and profitability for the industry. Once you begin to secure the cabin, the sky is the limit for everyone. Thank you, and God bless you. But before I leave, May 31st is the International Cabin Crew Day. Nigerian cabin crew should do something. You should also link up with the International Cabin Crew Association. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Olumide, for that. I knew you would say something. You wanted to judge, but I wasn't ready to let you go. Okay, so now we want to go into the raffle draw. We've got 2 iSky tickets to any of the destinations. So if you win it, go check out their destinations. Right now, the ticket is valid till the end of December. So you can plan for your Christmas. Also know that it's exclusive of taxes. You will pay the tax. You get the ticket, but you will have to pay for the taxes. So we're going to ask... Sorry? We're going to ask our guests on the high table. We'll pick 2 of them and they will pick numbers. If you're not inside and they pick your number, I'm sorry. Please note that you'll be disqualified. If your number is picked and if your name is picked, sorry, it's not the number. If your name is picked and you're here, then it means you're winning one of the tickets. So we're going to ask Mr. Andrew and Mr. Isaac to pick for us. Mr. Andrew, please come forward and pick a name. And please, if you have questions, please write them down so that they can, answer your questions before we go. Thank you very much. All right. Let's pick the second one and then I'll call out the names. Let me keep you in suspense. Maybe I'll even ask us to do the questions first before I tell you who the winners are. All right. Okay. Winner number 1. Osadebe Rhoda. Wow, there she is. All right. See Mama there after the program. And the second winner is Daphne Akintoye. So make sure you see Mama there after the program. So they won 2 tickets. Any of the iSky's routes, but know that you'll be paying the taxes. I hope you have a passport and it is current. I also hope that you took your COVID jabs, because those French countries, I think they're still into it. So go and find out, because iSky is what do you call it? But go and find out. Go and do your homework. And you have now till the end of December. You can have a holiday. So, Rhoda, I hope you have a passport too. It's current. Okay, that's the first thing. The good thing is, once it's Nigeria, I don't think you don't need a visa to most of the places. Okay, that's that. Any questions? Anybody with questions? Write down your questions. Our ushers, please come help collect the question. Let's answer the questions. So don't forget, if you're interested in the scholarships, it's up front. The person is up front here. If you're interested in the scholarship, don't forget to send your essay to sponsoranaviator@gmail.com and tell why you feel you deserve that opportunity of the scholarship.
Okay, please, like I said, I mentioned earlier that there's nothing automatic. Nothing will fall on your laps. You have to work for it. The other time, somebody wanted to also give scholarship to carry the members. And then I put it out there. The guidelines, what I've discovered is that most of us don't read. We don't read. And if you want to be a cabin crew, paying attention to details is very, very key. So I know we live in a generation that everybody just wants it sharp. Please, you need to take time to read. There are a lot of people that they go for interviews. Why they missed out is not because they didn't know what they were doing, but they didn't take time to read. So when you have an exam or a test, the first thing you should do is look at the instructions. What are they saying? What is the guidelines? Look at it very well before you start. I recall then you were told to write an essay, not more than 200 words. Some people exceeded it. Some people were just writing out of points. Then some were just sending me their CVs. They are applying for a job. You are told to write an essay. You're not writing, I'm applying for a job. The truth of the fact is that some of us are not really serious. And the job will not fall on your laps. So you need to be serious. You need to take it seriously. Looking for a job is a job on its own. So you have to be serious about it because it's really, really competitive out there. Whatever you think you have, somebody else has it. So what gives you that edge? So you need to be serious. So that is one thing I've observed. So this is a free scholarship. If you're lucky to get it, then you need to put in your efforts. If they tell you to do something, take time to read through it before you start. So I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mama J. Okay, I'm trying to sort out the questions because a couple of them seem to be the same. Gentlemen on the high table. I will call you to answer question. If you did not hear the question, you're on your own. Kunle, Edward, and Babatunde. I want to be asking questions now. And you'll be answering. And if you continue this conversation, I will just call on you. And you didn't hear the question, I won't pity you. Alright, I know that it's an important discussion, but we still have plenty of time. Okay, a couple of the questions I like. And okay, one question is, must you be a degree holder before becoming a cabin crew? I think I have that from three different, it's the same question. Must you be a degree holder before becoming a cabin crew? Please, I would like to know if someone with extensive experience in customer service or has only a high school diploma as the highest educational qualification can still be opportune to get a job as a cabin crew. Where's the last one? Yes, I think another one says, is it mandatory to be a graduate in order to become a cabin crew or flight attendant?
Let me quickly answer that from the regulatory point of view. The regulation says that all you need to be a cabin crew is a school cert with 5 credits, okay? But the reality today is that it is just a few airlines that will take somebody who does not have a degree. And the reason is simple. The reason is very simple. There are too many people who have trained as cabin crew with licenses up there. And there are few airlines. Now, if you have trained as a cabin crew and you have licenses and you have a degree, and I'm an airline and I want to recruit, and I have so many people with licenses at the same time have a degree, why should I employ somebody who has a degree? I mean, why should I employ somebody who has a school cert over somebody who has a degree? So that is the problem. So today, the reality today, apart from 1 or 2 airlines, I don't know any other airline that employs somebody without a degree. So my advice usually is that if you want to come in as a cabin attendant, if you want to do the course, please first go and get your degree. Alright? But in terms of regulation, though, it is not NCA. The regulation says all you need is a school cert. Alright.
Thank you for that clarification. You see why it's good to have people here from the civil aviation in the place, so they can help us answer such questions. Thank you very much for that, me. The next question is, okay, I think there are about 3 questions. I'll read out all the questions and then you can answer them once because they're like the same. Someone says, why is it that most Nigerian airlines do not announce their recruitment of cabin crew publicly? Airlines outside of Nigeria are recruiting on weekly and monthly basis. Most of the airlines outside Nigeria and Africa require work permit. Why should we look outside when we have our country? The other person says, please sir, for those of us looking for jobs, how do we go about it? We actually don't know when airlines have openings. Please sir, guide us about it. And then the third person says, please, for we upcoming cabin crew members that don't have any link or connection, how do we know when any airline is recruiting? Most airlines don't usually post on their website when recruiting. Yes, now.
Okay. I really don't know, but then with the last experience I had, a lot of people came into the airline, submitted CV, and then that was what was worked on during recruitment. Even after that, the MD had to say, go to the airline website and see all the people that have submitted. I mean, for people that came for ValueJet recruitment last year, that was what happened. That was why it was draggy, because we had already finished, and the MD said no. Some people submitted on websites, and then we have to go there and then bring all that, the HR to go, and then bring all the CV out and all that. But I think why most airlines don't go all out to like start announcing and all that is most of them have this CV with them already. A lot of people go there to submit CV and they work on it. That's little I know of. The airline I was before this present one was the same thing. We have a lot of people that brought in CV and that was all worked on. So that's why you don't know. So I'll just advise you, keep taking your CV there. Even if the security say drop it, drop it. Mama J said it's not easy. You take search for employment as a job on its own. Keep taking it there. Let me say this. I started with Nigeria Airways, and that was 1986. For me to get into Nigeria Airways, I think I submitted my application like 3 times. When I did the first time, and then I was speaking with my brother in the USA, and he said, you don't stop. Keep taking it until they call you. And that was more like a push, and I kept taking it until they called me in Nigeria. So you keep doing it. Keep dropping it. They won't call you when they are, some you'll be lucky, you will see it in the papers, and some you won't just get to know at all. Because they have enough CV with them. So that's it. Thank you.
Let me just quickly add a little tip for you. Now, what I've seen is that most of these airlines also have what are called catchment area. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Now, I'll give an example. Ibom Air, for instance, is a state government-owned airline. So they give priority to people from Ibom, Akwa Ibom. So if you are from Akwa Ibom and you have obtained your license, you are trained as a cabin crew, you have a lot much more, yes, than going to any other airline. They will give you priority over any other person. That's a fact. The same thing with Asman, the same thing with Mass Air. If you are from that part of the north, they also give you priority. That's the truth. Airpeace, everybody knows Airpeace. Abi? So, what I would advise you is that also look at your area and look at the airlines that come from your area and go and disturb them with your CV. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you. So that's a tip. That's the tip. Charity begins at home. Start from home. If there's an airline in your vicinity, cash in on that. And like you said, don't give up. You just have to keep on trying. Nothing good comes easy. All right. Somebody says, as a fresher cabin crew, why can't we get a job without experience? Okay, yeah. Please do.
Good afternoon. So for this question, actually you can. For me, my experience, I never had aviation experience in my life. Yes, I never did. And Green Africa came up with this G Future initiative, and I was opportune to be part of that initiative, and I'm grateful for that. After school, let me use myself as an example. After school, you search for jobs here and there, and I was actually teaching. So the way mine started was more like a miracle because this kind of I interact with people a lot, and then my mom has a shop in Encat. She sells food, and I mostly go there to help her out and all. Then I remember there's this pilot that came in one day and saw me and was like, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I'm helping my mom out and all that." So we got talking. "What did you study?" I said, "I studied French. I'm actually teaching." "Okay, there's this new airline that's presently recruiting," and he was like, "Just send your CV." And I'm like, "How will I do it? I don't have aviation experience. I've never been to an aviation school. So how do I go about it?" And he was like, "You're on LinkedIn, right?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, send your CV to so and so career@greenafrica.com," which I did, and boom, I was called for interview. I scaled through. I got training I needed, and here am I today. So actually, you can by prayers and strong work. Yeah, thank you.
And she's not the only person here. There are other people here. Okay, please, if you didn't have any experience and you got a job, let's see your hands up. So, there you are. Does that answer your question? Okay. This lady says, or this person, sorry, "I love cabin crew so much, but I don't have the funds for it, as I'm the one sponsoring myself. Is there a body that helps us out? I don't want my dreams to die." I don't think there's a body yet. But maybe these gentlemen on the high table can put their heads together and sponsor you. I don't know. I'm putting them on the spot. I don't know, maybe we should ask how much it costs to do a cabin crew.
Sorry, in terms of sponsorship, I just explained to somebody that came to me concerning that. If you were here yesterday, I'm sure this thing was extensively discussed yesterday about sponsorship. Now, there are different sources that you can get sponsorship. But the most, I think, potent one and easy one that you can do is through your state government. A lot of people don't know this. And I keep telling people that if you don't ask, you will never get. If you don't try, you can't succeed. A lot of people don't understand that you can write to your state government that you have social qualification and you need sponsorship. You'll be surprised they will reply you and they'll sponsor you. There are also individuals, corporate organizations that you can write to. So the bottom line is that you must try and you must write. Like Mama also said, when you are writing, you need to be disciplined and know what you are writing. Okay? So for me, there are a lot of people that, look, there are so many state governments that are sponsoring pilots. So many. They are sponsored engineers. So many. But the truth of it is that if you don't write, if you don't ask, you won't get it.
Thank you very much for that. Okay, we have two more questions left. One says, aside from lectures, what methods have been put in place to resuscitate the association? And then, is the cabin crew job a pensionable job?
Yes.
So for the crew in the airlines, are you on a pension scheme?
Yes.
So
You have pension.
you have pension. So I believe that answers. And then, what measures have been put in place? We need to ask the crew, because it's not those of us that are no longer flying that are going to resuscitate. We're just encouraging you to resuscitate, come together and resuscitate it. And I hope that someone here